All right, we're unmuted. Well, we are here in Alexandria. One of our lovely sponsors from Lapeer Shorelines is stopping by. We love that. Just to say hi. We have just one game today. Probably going to be a little bit of a tougher task than last night, but a good matchup for us. Alexandria's got a pretty good team. We'll hand it over to Dana to go over some of the stats and welcome you to the game.
Well, thanks, Eric. I don't have a ton of stats here this morning, but we do have a couple of notes to make here regarding the difference between last night's game and today rather. 17-0 was the score last night, and that was a necessary game for us to play. We got to play them once at least, so that had to happen. But today, we got a much better team here. I think they're going to be a much better match for us. A couple of scores, you look and see what teams they played, what teams we've played, and a couple of them pop out of the schedule to me. They worked with Moorhead a couple of times. They've got a loss and a tie with the Moorhead Black team that we played, so they were fairly close there. They did beat Denfeld recently 2-0. We did a little bit better job at Denfeld, but that was pretty early in the season for us, so we'll see. Perhaps Denfeld's gotten a little better there. More recently, they've had a couple of losses to Woodbury. They're only 1-goal losses, which Woodbury's probably a pretty good team. As is Fargo, they lost one. And then their most recent win was against Wadena. They hammered them 13-0. So both teams are coming into this one after a big win on their previous game. Today, Bemidji's wearing the dark blue jerseys with Colton White to our right, and in the home whites is Alexandria, and Brody Anderson will be in goal starting for the Cardinals. Go ahead. Yeah, teams are making their way to the ice, and we'll be underway shortly.
Yep. Do a shout out to the sponsors: Ryerson Construction, KLS Construction. Oh, pause on that.
We dropped the puck before even everybody's ready. We didn't even have Stitsworth on the circle yet, but we got the line of Tyke and Stitsworth and would be Adams starting out this one. And on defense, we've got Roscoe and Westover. First face-off went in offsides. Now the second one is back in the Cardinal zone, and Wyatt Tyken making his presence known right out of the gate as he sends one up over the top of the goal crease, or the goal cage rather. Down in the near corner of the players' battle, and they'll continue to do so until the Cardinals come up with it. They chase it around behind their own net. Off the wall on the other side, goes right through their other player, comes to Roscoe. He sends one in right off the pads of Anderson. It comes right back to Roscoe on the far side. Right there with Adams as well. Adams saves the line, sends it down in deep. Now they get it out. No, they don't. Now they do, finally. And it comes down to the Bemidji blue line. Tyken's back to help cover for Roscoe, and he'll pick it up there and bring it around behind his own net. Wheeling around the near side now with some speed. He comes up the near wall, left side, dangles around the defense, comes to the inside. Oh, but he couldn't quite dangle the second defenseman. And it goes down into the corner where the Cardinals pick it up from there. Now Lapeer's got it. He'll send it back for Engesether in his own zone. And Engesether will try to spring it ahead for Yerbich, but it was picked up there and sent in offsides. Off the face-off. Comes up into the neutral ice and comes on to Yerbich's stick and gets it into the zone. Tipped there, I think, by Meyer briefly. Comes into the corner, Yerbich. He gets checked hard on the boards and goes down. Comes over to the slot there. Meyer can't quite wrangle it. And he puts the body on the player as they get it out the other way. Engesether now in his own zone. He picks it up with some body position. And he works his way to the near side, up for Meyer. Meyer now across for Yerbich. Yerbich chugging away on the other side. It comes across. Here's Jacobson right in the slot. Pass gets through him though and goes over to the corner. Near wall now. Cardinals try to break out again. They miss the pass, and it comes to Roscoe out in center. D to D for Engesether. Near side. Up ahead for Jacobson. He tips it in and goes to the bench. Cardinals now will pick it up there and bring it up the near side. Being pestered by Meyer. He puts a body on their play and it comes back to Engesether. Now he sends it up ahead. Ricochets off of Meyer's skate And it'll be set back in for Moran. Along the boards, he tries to get it over towards center, but it won't go. And the Cardinals will pick it up there and bring it up the near side. Roscoe now intercepts that pass and dumps it for Baird, who goes D to D now for Westover. Not really D to D, but we'll call it that anyway. Gets across the line, send in the slot. Baird gets a backhander right on goal. And the goaltender was right there ready to cover it up, but he does so with more 14-19 left in the first period. Faceoff comes up to Roscoe. It looks, doesn't do it though. Tries to send it over along for Moran. Gets pressured. It comes right back to Moran. And he does a little give and go there with Baird, but it can't connect. Goes in behind. Ryerson in there working too, but the Cardinals pick it up. And they break out on the near side. Whiff on the clearing attempt though comes to Ryerson. And he'll dump it down in and give chase. Moran will get there first though. And the Cardinals will get a hold of it, send it up the near side. Stop by Roscoe's shot, gets blocked in front. And they finally work it out to center. Over to the far side, Westover does a fine job of knocking it off his stick, and he's going to pick it up ahead and bring it in. He gets a shot towards the goal, trying to look for Ryerson. Ryerson behind the play a little bit, and he'll send it in around the boards as the Cardinals will try to break out through center again. Again, stopped by Ryerson, and he'll dump it in the corner again. Cardinals having a harder time getting out of their own zone here, but it's not for lack of trying. They do get through the middle zone now. Cross the line good. Shots blocked there by Lapeer. Picked up by Adams. Adams sidesteps a player, and he comes in wide left. Bottom circle, nobody there to center to, so he carries it all the way around. Now he centers, and it comes to Stitsworth. Can't get a backhand on it, though, and the Cardinals will come back the other way. Out through center, cross-ice pass is broken up there by Tyken, and Engeshetter will pick it up in the defensive position. And Tyke will be there to help him out and look over to the near side. Battle continues and works its way down in. Over to the wall and picked up by Adams. Adams now, he'll work his way out to center, get across the red line. He'll chip it in. It's going to go just past the goal. And the Cardinals will pick it up back there. The reverse around the near side. Adams will get there first. And he dumps it back in deep. And who will get it? Looks like the Cardinals will pick it off the back wall and send it up the far side. Tipped up to the line, saved by Lapeer. First shot in there, fanned on it slightly. Now he works his way in towards center and he golfs it down into the back wall. Cardinals do the same thing, comes to Tyke and he takes a shot. It's deflected, goes against the back wall. And now Stitsworth, he'll send it up to Lapeer, who's coming down to the high circle. And he couldn't wrangle it up and get a shot. And Adams nicely covering his position. We'll pick it up from there and send it rink wide for Tyken. Tyken dumps it down into the zone, and he'll head to the bench on a change as well. 11:42 left in the first period, still scoreless, and the puck comes out to center. Jacobson stuffs it down in there again, and it'll go just in behind, and they work it up to the point. Engeshetter to pick it off there, fires it back down, can't get through the defender though. Now he gets it down, it's going for Meyer. Meyer takes a couple of shots. He's got an opportunity right there next to the goal, but he couldn't get a stick on it, or it was in his skates. Cardinals will come back the other way. Jacobson chopping away at it with his stick. And it comes back into the zone for Roscoe. Roscoe go around the back behind, and the Cardinals will pick it up there. Engeshetter puts a body on that player, separates him from the puck, and it goes down into the far corner. Now it's going to be picked up by Jacobson there. His clearing attempt's fanned on. It comes right in on White. And White will cover down on the ice, and he'll hang on to that one as it started to look a little bit scary.
Well, not a lot of break in the action so far.
Not a lot of break. We had maybe 3 or 4 breaks, and we're already down to the 10:48 mark of the first period in a scoreless first period. Faceoff comes over to the point for the Cardinals. They mishandled the puck a little bit, though. It makes it down in a little deeper. And the battle ensues. Oh, the player batted it down towards White and was picked off there, and it comes back the other way for Bemidji. Ryerson gets it across the line, and icing is waved off as Moran picks it up behind, and he'll reverse it back the other way. He's double teamed, though. Ryerson catches up finally, but it goes over to the far wall. Battle continues there. And Baird will step in. He'll help out. Cardinals will pick it up, and Roscoe will prevent that from happening, and he chucks it down in deeper as the Cardinals will retreat. They'll reverse and back up that same line again. This time, Baird's going to step down, and he'll try and go off the wall with it. Gets caught in that equipment. And we're having a change of possession, though we're on the other side quite frequently. Comes back out there. Westover tries to send it ahead on a backhand. That one's blocked. And the Cardinals will break that up and send it in deep and go for a change. This time the clearing attempt will go down into the Cardinal zone. They can pick it up there. Will not make it for icing. And they send it back up to center. This time it's going to go all the way down into the Bemidji zone where Westover comes to pick it up. Reverses, sidesteps another player, and it comes to Baird. Baird up ahead now for Ryerson. Ryerson has to reach behind him, but he gets it anyway. Comes into the zone, rolls off of his stick. Can't pull the trigger. Right in the circles, all alone, and couldn't pull the trigger. So he's going to battle for it down in there with Moran now. Who's going to win this battle? Looks like Ryerson's going to do it. We do have a penalty coming up. And the referee's like, I'm looking at you. He's giving the old, pointing at his face, pointing at the dot. So I don't know, must have been a hand pass. That's all I can think of. And so here we are with a change of players now. So the line of Tyken, Adams, and Stitsworth will come out. Angus Heather, Lapeer on defense. Faceoff is down in the corner. And Tyken had it momentarily. It came knocked off. Now it comes up to Lapeer. Knocked off of his stick now. And it comes out to center on a Cardinal stick. Overshot there. Angus Heather will have a chance to get to it now. And he'll overskate it a little bit as it comes back out to the low circle. Adams will work his way down in there as he nearly took an elbow to the face. Guy missed though. Cardinals will pick it up, send it up to the point on the far side. He's got to wrangle it. And a nice tip there. Doesn't make it in. It goes off the side of the cage, I think. Now it gets one on White. And it goes over in the corner. Player went down there right alongside the crease there, but no call. And that's probably a good thing for Bemidji. Comes to Brody Adams in the circle, and the ensuing battle, it squirts out to center. Westover circles around nearby and goes across ice for Tyken. Tyken puts a backhander towards the goal, and that's booted out to the corner. Back up to Adams now. He takes a slapper, and it goes wide of the net and into traffic. Along the wall, Stitsworth gets it down for Tyken, through him. And the Cardinals will pick it up there, and they'll break it out again. They go right through everybody, and they're waving off icing as Westover's going to have to retreat for it. He does so and skates around the far side up to the wall and up ahead for Tyken. Tyken's got some speed to get to the cross, but he had another player on him, and that player fell, but no call there either. Cross the line the other way. They're letting the boys play tonight. And that centering attempt didn't have anybody there, and was sent up to the point and got knocked out of there by Yerbich. Now coming the other way, Tyken again. He comes right in all alone. Jigs, jags, and Anderson does a great job of stopping that one. He gets the pads down on the ice to prevent that goal from Tyken. There's another shot. This time it goes over the top of the cage and off the glass. Tyken's gassed, though. He's got to head to the bench, and that'll allow Jacobson to come in in his place. Meanwhile, the puck on the near side comes to Meyer. Meyer tries a backhander from high in the house, and it comes right to the Cardinals, and they'll golf it all the way down for probably an icing, and yes, it is. So that'll bring us to 6:49 left in the first period, still scoreless. Cardinals control this one deep in their own zone. Over to the far side. Yerbich gets there, wins the battle, gets it up to Meyer. Meyer will carry it down right back to him. And it's blasted right in off the pad of the goaltender Anderson. And the Cardinals will let that one go all the way down again for another icing on Alexandria. Faceoff will come to Anderson's left here. And it looks like Corbin Meyer is going to step in and take this one. Puck's down and comes to the possession of a Cardinal. They get it up through center. Oh, they almost gave it up to Jacobson, but he couldn't quite wrangle it, and it comes out to center. Clearing attempt is picked off again, and the Cardinals gaining finally some ozone time here, work it down the boards. Stolen there though, and Roscoe and Yerbich are able to finally get it out to center, right along the far wall. Roscoe will send it back for Westover, and Westover sends it up ahead for Yerbich. Cross the line on the far side, Yerbich whacks it down in there, and he gives chase. Gets there first, and he tries to double it back, but there's nobody there but a Cardinal to take it. Back in behind the goal now, Cardinals pick it up, and they're going to send it up off the board. Stopped at the line by Angus Ether. Down for Yerbich again. He takes a shove into the boards, and the Cardinals will pick it up back in behind. We're early in this one, and the Cardinals are already starting to look frustrated. And they should be. They haven't hardly gotten out of their own zone. Ryer now takes a shot. Goal! 5-hole, I think it was. And I'm pretty sure it came from Jacobson.
I think you're right. That's another 5-on-5 Stittsworth meets goal, scored by number 40 Corbin, assisted by number 20 Bubba. Gets us on the board finally. A lot of work in our zone here.
Up 1-0, 5:20 here left in the first.
Yep, I got him unmuted.
Okay. Super. Okay, thanks, bud. Yep. So with just a little more than 5 minutes left in the period here, Bemidji's going to go up 1-0, and we'll face this one off just outside the blue line. Controlled again by the Cardinals. They are controlling some face-offs here today, but they can't seem to do a whole lot with it until about now. Watch, I'm going to speak too soon. They do center it up, and Baird sends it out to the far side, or the near side rather, and up to the line. Another shot on goal goes right into the chest of Colton White, and he hangs on for a stop and play again. Face-off goes right to a Cardinal player. They get one on goal, but it's pretty weak and comes to the other side. Bemidji breaks out. Can't get through center ice, though. Now they will, as Baird sends it ahead for Ryerson. He's all alone at the line. Takes a shot there. Pad save. Right in the slot. Now Baird right to Ryerson. No, he tips it just wide of the cage.
Beautiful
wide
play.
Open net. Nice play, though, and it just goes wide. Cardinals now will pick it up and bring it out to center. And they get across the red line, dump it, and head for a change. In behind, Whitey will stop it there, and he'll send it up for Ryerson. Ryerson ahead for Baird, across now for Lapeer. He'll skate it out of there to the red line and all the way into the zone. He's going to go wide left with it. And he's ridden off the play down in deep as the puck comes up to the far side on a Cardinal stick. Cross ice pass, brings it back in on the far side. Backhands towards the goal, nobody there to whack it in. Comes to the near side now. Angus Heather will try to get it through him, and that won't work as the battle continues along the back wall. Still battle there. Finally it comes to Baird. Baird will go to the other side with it. Outlet to Moran. Moran now up to Ryerson. Ryerson's got some room to skate. He's got one in front, run behind. He gets around. Tries to pull the trigger, but that is blocked by the defense on a nice play. Worked over to the far side there. Moran's there to battle with it, along with a couple Cardinals, and they're going to carry it up the boards and bring it out to center. They try a no-look pass, cross ice. It comes right to Ryerson. He's ridden off, and it comes to Westover. Westover now, he's pushed off of it in the zone, and it goes over to the far wall, or the near wall rather. He holds his own there momentarily, and Stittsworth will come in and cover his spot and work it back up the ice through center. Chips it down into the zone, gives chase with some speed, puts a body on a player, and they'll battle down inside and deep. Adams there gets it over for Tyken. Tyken's right at the mouth of the goal, sits one on, and another one goes there, and that's tipped in there by Stittsworth, but it just can't get past Anderson, and he'll hang on to this one for a stop and play with 2:43 now left in the first. Face-off again controlled by the Cardinals, but it's still deep in the zone, and it comes right up to the mouth of the goal. And the goaltender had to be alert on that one, and Anderson covers this one up for a stop. So off to his left here, we're going to face it off again. Tyken does it, comes back to Roscoe. Roscoe along the wall for Stitsworth, back to Roscoe. He came back down, but it was in his skates again. And they'll work it back out to center. 3 blue jerseys collapse on it though, and bring it back into the zone. And the Cardinals will maintain possession back there momentarily. Tyken is all over the place tonight. He's got some fresh legs today, and he's ready to play. Up to Roscoe. Sends it in on goal. Goes, actually not on goal. Goes wide and down in the near corner. Adams tried to send it up for Westover, but it was a little weak and didn't get there. Got a Cardinal right in the slot. Nobody took him, and good thing that they couldn't get it to him because he would have had a great opportunity on White. Back the other way. Adams shovels it down in there. It's going to go just wide of the goal. And the Cardinals will fire it around the other side. Roscoe steps down. Another shot by Tyken from there. That one goes wide. Now Adams stuffs it down in there a little deeper, comes back. And his shot from there goes wide. Was looking for a redirect, I believe. And goes down in the corner. Here to the near side now. Tyken again. Knocked off of his stick and out to center. Westover retreats at his own blue line. And Tyken takes a digger at mid-ice trying to get to the bench. Meanwhile, Westover tries to take a shot in the zone. And it goes right off the defense in front of him. And Stitsworth will chase it down into the wall. Back to Westover. He takes a shot from there. And the goalie tried to glove it, but he couldn't get to it. Another banker play from Adams. And it goes right on goal. And how much time is left here, pal?
1 minute, I was going to have to say, because they kept talking. About 1 minute remaining. And 1 remaining. Eric.
Thank you.
You betcha.
All right, as the clock ticks down through the final minute, Bemidji leads 1-0, and they gain possession on the far wall. Out head man here for Meyer. He tries to dangle the defense, and defense gets a stick on it. And now Yerbish put the body on his player, and he took a swat in the back of the head. Now the Cardinals have a shot from the tipped. It comes right in on White. He's able to stop that one. And they get a shot on goal there with 12 seconds left. But the shots on goal for the game here are 13 for Bemidji versus 5 for the home team. So Meyer will...
So 13 for Bemidji. What?
He's got a little discussion here at the circle. Finally they drop the puck, goes over to the wall. And it's picked up there by a Cardinal. They're going to shoot, and it's going to go right in on the glove of Colton White, and he hangs on to that one. I tell you what, it's good to have Colton White in that net. 5 seconds remain, and another one rolls in. So within a couple
Really?
of...
Thank you. We're going to pause with .1.
I think the clock operator looked over at the hometown coach, and the coach gave him the old let her run.
Well, good first period for the boys in blue.
Very active first period here, and Bemidji does come out with 1 goal. We got the goal from Meyer from Jacobson, and that's going to be it for the scoring. But it seems pretty active play, back and forth play.
A lot of time in our offensive zone,
but there is a lot of time in the Bemidji's offensive zone, and they're getting the edge there, and the best of the opportunities for sure. The few opportunities that the Alexandria's had, Colton stood tall and handled every one of them almost too easily. Really, he hasn't really been tested too hard yet today, but
nope.
It's still early in the game. We only got 1 period under the belt, and we got 2 more to go here.
Give a shout out to our sponsors: Ryerson Construction, KLS Construction, Northern Amusement, Lapeer Shoreline, Dale Schmidt Agency, and Stitsworth Meats. We've only had one get called. That was the Stitsworth Meats 5-on-5 goal. So special teams haven't played a factor yet today, but too early to say that it won't come into play later. So pretty clean game so far. Alexandria is bringing the heat. The boys in blue are answering everything they're throwing. So good test for them. Keep pushing. Put some more pucks in that back of that net. Yeah, looks like we're gonna start out with the Baird, Ryerson, and line. Got Evan and Bentley back at D, so here we go, period 2.
Out the face-off, the Cardinals dump it in deep, and Lapeer will be there to get it. He'll bring it around to the other side in the corner. Stolen from him, though. Now it comes back to him. He's got that big, long stick and big, long arms. He gets a hold of it and sends it back up ahead for Ryerson. Now dropped for Moran. Back to Ryerson. Shot from there. Booted. Oh, the rebound. Moran had an excellent opportunity, and it goes up over the top of the cage again. Had a little bit too much mustard on that one, I think. And it'll come back out to center. Angus Heather at his own blue line. He'll battle for it. And he'll come over to the wall as Moran dumps it down in there again. The Cardinals come back the near side now, and we'll trade some possession as they skate it through center ice. Get in, try to take a shot. It kind of falls off the stick, so he backhands it in the corner and goes on a change. Behind now, dropped for Lapeer, and it's tipped out ahead to center, and the Cardinals will send it in on White. He'll stop it, drop it there, and give it up ahead for Lapeer. Baird now with some speed comes into the zone over the far corner, or the far dot rather, the near dot rather. Tries to get it to Ryerson, can't do it. Westover now battling at his own red line, at the red line. He's able to finally get it down in the zone. Cardinals will pick it up there. They try the near side this time. Roscoe's all over him here. He gets possession right at the circle shot. And the goaltender stopped it, but he had to grab it again as Anderson covers it up again for a stop and play here. So that'll bring us to 15:20 left in the second period, still with a 1-0 lead for the Jacks. Faceoff comes over to the near wall. Stitsworth sends it down in deeper. Not much, though. It gets up over to the line, and Westover will send it off the glass on the other side for Tyken down deep. Tyken brings it over the far wall. He works his way towards the slot. He's bumped off the play, but never gives up. He comes right back to him, takes a shot.
Got it.
And he puts it top right. Upper Grandma keeps the cookies. And that'll be a 2-0 lead for Bemidji.
Yeah, it's a 5-on-5 Stitsworth meet goal scored by number 18 Wyatt. I don't know who got the apple on that. What's your best guess?
Well, I saw...
Hey, Becky, who got the assist? Well, congratulations on whoever got that assist. We'll find out on the Instagram post.
Faceoff comes up to the Bemidji line. It comes in offsides. And we'll have another faceoff outside the zone here.
My statistician's telling me number 24, Willie. That's what we're going to go with.
Trying to find some statistics here myself as the puck comes through center, picked off by the Cardinals, and they'll bring it in on the near side. Run around the boards over to the far side. They hold it in. They send it in from there. It goes just wide. Whitey was ready for it, but it comes to the near side. Back behind for Jacobson. Coming the other way. Centered over for Meyer. Meyer takes a shot and a goal. Jacobson to Meyer. And Meyer makes no mistake, and he blasts that one in there.
Yurbich, Jacobson to Meyer.
Yurbich, Jacobson, Meyer.
Becky, you said 25? Yep. So that's another Stitsworth meets goal. Number 40, Corbin, second goal of the game, assisted by 20, Bubba, his second assist of the game, and 25, Jace, his first apple of the game. They're cooking now.
So officially on the prior goal for Wyatt Tyken, they got Willie Stitsworth on the assist for that one.
Unofficially.
unofficially official.
Oh, official. Oh.
And on this one, assists will go to William Jacobson and Will Westover. So the play will come up to center ice again, and the Cardinals will send it back in from their own blue line. And we'll get in deep here where Westover tries to reverse it, but it's knocked off at his stick. And now we'll come up to the point. They'll take a shot from there. It's tipped. And that one goes wide of the cage and over to the far side. Comes in behind again. Roscoe's going to win the race to that one. He'll carry it around the near side. He sends it back up. And they're going to come right back into the zone on the right side. Put another one on White. This time he's going to have to glove it. And he'll hang on again. So now the Cardinals are starting to get a little offensive prowess here as we work our way through the second period. Still down 3-0 though, with 13:25 left in the second period. Left to White, and looks like Colin Baird will take this one, and Lapierre will send it around. Up ahead now for Ryerson. Gets across, but not without being offside. Looks like Baird might have been in just a stride ahead. The face-off comes to Lapierre, and Baird comes back to help out. Up from Moran and into the zone. Back out though, comes to Lapierre, and he falls as he's trying to wrangle it. And the Cardinals pick it up, bring it back the other way. They get across clean, just barely though, and it comes back out, so they got to check up. D to D again on the near side this time. Now they send it up ahead. It's going to get through them, and Engesether, he turns and fires it down into the zone. And they're going to wave off icing as the player maybe could have touched it. D to D back deep in their own zone. Comes up to Jacobson. No, that's Moran, I'm sorry. And comes to Baird. Baird looks, hangs on to it though, turns way up to the near side. Engesether from the line, takes a shot and a goal! Engesether from the line. It's going to be Engesether from Baird on this one.
Another 5-on-5 Cistruck meet goal scored by number 16, Evan. Assisted by 21, Callan.
So suddenly, Bemidji has got some cushion. Face-off comes to Moran, and I guess, when you keep working as hard as they are, good things will come.
That was a really nice low shot by Evan there.
I think it was a 5-hole, might have gone on the outside, but either way, it goes into the net and brings it to a 4-0 lead for Bemidji as the Cardinals again are trying to get out of their own zone, and they work it up ahead, and it's picked off by Baird. He drops it back behind for Roscoe and up ahead from Moran. Stolen again by the Cardinals. They work it back up the line, get checked off the play by Moran, and Baird will send it to the other side for Westover. Westover will send it up ahead again for Ryerson, and it's won there by the Cardinal defense, and they fire it back down in deep and head to the bench. Westover's got it again on the near wall. Now it comes up to Baird. He's got some room to skate, comes in right at the dot, takes a shot. Stick save, goes into the corner. Nice save there. As the battle continues down in the corner there. 11:15 left in the second period, 4-0 Bemidji. Puck still squirts down into the back wall. Ryerson's in there. Baird is in there. Baird comes up to Westover at the point. Oh, he can't hang on to the pass though. And it comes across the blue line, so everybody's going to have to check it up again. Headman pass is missed by Moran. A little bit too hard for him maybe. And the Cardinals get a hold of it and send it in. Off to the bench for a change. And it comes back out to center. And it's brought back in, but offside again. So that'll bring a stop and play here with 10:42 left in the second period. Now, just outside the zone, Wyatt Tyken takes the face-off. It goes in and sent back to the Cardinal blue line. They work it back up and they Well, I guess it looks like it was a hand pass. I missed it altogether. And so they're going to have the face-off at this same spot just outside the zone. Face-off comes to Lapeer, near side. They'll send it back along the wall. Lapeer again is going to send it the other side this time. He rifles it over to Adams, and he can't even think about grabbing it in that amount of time. And it comes over to the near wall. They reverse it to the other side. And the Cardinals work it back up. Tipped by Angus Heather, can't keep it in, but it comes just out the center. And Stitsworth sends it ahead for Adams, who dumps it in on the near side. Tyken now, he gets in there and puts a body on a player. And he'll battle it all the way down in the corner. Nice check there. Comes to, who is that? That's Stitsworth. He comes back to him, up to the point for Angus Heather. Angus Heather takes a look, sends it back down in, trying to get it to Stitsworth. Gets through him to Tyken. Bemidji doing a great job on the forecheck today. Everywhere the puck is, there's a Bemidji player right on it, taking away all kinds of time and space from the Alexandria Cardinals. This time they're gonna bank it off, and they're gonna wave off icing. Angus Heather's gonna have to hustle up as he gets down there. He does. Gets it up to Stitsworth on the near side. Back across, picked off by the Cardinals, and they dump it in and give chase. Lapeer's back there to help out. He gets a hold of it. He's going to send it up the wall, and it's tipped by Lapeer. Comes to Adams. Back to Tyken, and back to Stitsworth, I guess it is. Far circle, hash marks, comes off of his stick as it goes up towards the blue line. Angus Heather keeps it in there momentarily, and they send it up ahead, but they can't handle the pass. Roscoe now, he'll send it up the near side for Adams in the zone, right to the dot. Comes in on the forehand and shot and a goal. Puts it in that same spot, top right. Brody Adams this time, and I don't know.
I think that was from Roscoe.
Probably from Roscoe. Adams.
That's another 5-on-5. Stitsworth meets goal, scored by number 23 Brody, assisted by what we think is 27 Roscoe. El Capitan.
They are going to give it to Brody Roscoe. Incidentally, the goal from Evan Angus Heather was not credited to Baird. It was credited to Corbin Ryerson.
Oh.
Still, there's 5 clicks on the board for Bemidji, 0 clicks on the board for Alexandria as they try to work their way towards the goal, but not without some problems. Bemidji gets a hold of it, and Corbin Meyer sends it down. This time he's going to ice it. And with 8:19 left in the period, the puck will come back down the other way to the left of Colton White. Jacobson steps to the dot, and the Alexandria Cardinals take the face off there. They control it, but not by much. It's up against the wall being battled on. Comes over to the near side, and Roscoe will pick it up there. Picked off from him, shot on goal, and it was tipped, I think. I'm not sure if Whitey got a hold of that one or not, but it comes over to the near side, and luckily not in the goal. Puck comes out of the zone, right back in, and all kinds of players were offside on that one. And we'll bring a stop and play as we get some changes on the ice. Face-off is controlled by Bemidji. Not sure what happened there at the face-off. They were barking at Corbin Meyer, and then when they lined up again, he skated way back to the far dot. So that's new to this announcer. Haven't seen that before. I don't know if that was intentional or if he was directed to do so. Either way, the puck goes down into the Cardinal zone. They pick it up behind their own goal and over to the far side. This time Yerbich gets off the wall, comes to Jacobson. He sends one towards the goal, goes wide. And the Cardinals reverse it to the other side. Jacobson's back there too. Centers it up for Yerbich. Can't get it there though. It's blocked in front. Now the Battle flips it high in the air and it comes down in the corner. Myers there for it. What's he gonna do? Send it up for Roscoe. One-timer. Kind of fluttered on it though, and it goes right into the glove of the goaltender. And he'll hang on with 7:01 now left in the period.
Definitely more of a changeup than a fastball there. Bemidji, kind of same story though, Dana. We're just kind of controlling this game. And we're getting rewarded for it.
Yep, we are getting rewarded, and it's the Cardinals look like they could have some real potential. You know, they've got the skill level. It looks like they're just having a hard time making the connections. So behind their own goal now, the battle continues. They got 4 players back there, all piled up, and the puck comes up to the near side, and it's on Braird's stick. He turns, fires, shoots it just wide of the cage. And it goes over in the corner. Ryerson's going to battle for it there. Comes up to Engessether. He pinches down. He pins it up against the boards until he gets some help. And Baird comes in and does that. And carries it down and takes a check down in the corner. Ryerson giving some help there now and comes right back up. And Engessether pinches down again and sends it right back to him. Goes in behind now. And it gets past Moran as it comes to the near wall. Just outside the zone now. Lapierre's going to get it there. And he's going to work his way around some players and can't quite do it. Finally comes to Ryerson at the red line, and the Cardinals will pick it up and bring it in. Fired in from the far side on Fulton White, and again right into the chest. And the captain will grab onto that one and hang on for a stop and play.
And Colty's had a good chest all year.
I wonder if he ever gets the wind knocked out of him. 5:55 left in the second period. Bemidji up 5-0. Faceoff is controlled by the... who is controlling this thing? I guess we're going to give this one to Bemidji. Jacobson's working hard down in there. He won that faceoff. Comes up the wall. And they kick it down back in there to the hash marks. Take a shot from there, blocked by Roscoe. And he kicks it back over into the corner. Picked up there by Westover. And he's going to bring it over to the near side for Stitsworth. Gets through Stitsworth. And down in the corner again. Now he sends it over for Roscoe. Roscoe backhanded around the boards to Adams. Adams sends it over to the slot. Picked up by the Cardinals. They take a shot. It's deflected out to the line. Take a shot from there. And Colton White didn't like the looks of that one. So he stuck that big glove out there and sucked that one in there. Brought another stop and play. Face off in the corner. Roscoe sent it all the way around. Comes to Adams. Rink wide now for Stitsworth. He's got some speed. He's got Tyken in the slot right to him. Takes a shot. Goes right over the glove and in. It's going to be
what?
Wyatt Tyken from Stitsworth.
And Adams. That's another 5-on-5 Stitsworth meet goal scored by number 18, Wyatt, second of the game. Assisted by number 24, Willie, and number 23, Brody.
Play goes down into the Cardinals' zone. Tyken's in there again with it. Overskates it with some pressure. And goes to the far side. This time comes to Tyken up to Roscoe. He steps in, takes a shot, tips, goes wide. Over to the far corner now. Stitsworth works his way down the boards. Looking for center. Can't quite do it. Gets it to Tyken. Tyken's trying to work his way up the far boards. Decides to go the other way. Takes a shot. Rebound and goal. Adams from Tyken. And Tyken worked that one pretty hard off the boards. Sent it over there, and a rebound from Adams goes right in. So all of a sudden now it's 6-0 here for Bemidji.
7 now.
7-0, my bad.
That's another 5-on-5 Stitsworth meet goal scored by number 23, Brody, second of the game, assisted by 18, Wyatt.
And that'll bring a timeout for the Cardinals. And still in goal. But we've got one eyeball on the bench over here. And we see the backup goaltender, Cohen O'Shea, step onto the ice. But he's so far just doing the little warm-up act here. Coach is talking to Anderson behind the glass back there and trying to give him a little encouragement. I'm sure he's telling him that this Bemidji Jacks team is pretty good. So give him a little confidence to try to recover. So with 4:26 left in the second period, teams will have a little breather here.
Yeah, I got to say it's a little bit of a surprising outcome. Usually you come to Alexandria, it's a tooth and nail dogfight. They're always well coached, well disciplined. Something different happened today, and the boys in blue have just kind of pounded and took a little bit to get the first one in, and then once we opened the crease, we broke her open, so getting a little 3D printing nerd talk over here.
You should send me that file so I can print my dad one.
I will. So yeah, the change in goaltending here now, we'll see if that makes a difference or if that just makes matters worse. Sometimes it can go the other way too. But one thing to note here, I hadn't really thought about this yet, but there hasn't been a single penalty in the entire game.
Yeah.
We're almost coming in on the close of the second period.
The special team sponsors are probably upset.
It's been a little different story than our last couple of games. But meanwhile, the play is underway, and Angus Ether has it back deep in his own zone, and he sends it over to the other side for Moran. Moran fires up ahead for Gerbich, and he's got some speed, comes over to the near side wide. Gets to the hash mark, stops, gets knocked down, and it goes over towards the goal, but it's picked off by a Cardinal, and they come up the near side. Up to the point for Lapeer. He stops that one, shoots it, tipped, comes right to Meyer, and Meyer blasts that one in for the next 8th goal of the game. So I'm going 40 from 26.
Yeah, I think you're right. Was that a hat trick for Corbin now? I think that's
That
3.
appears to be a hat trick for Corbin Meyer.
So 5-on-5 Stittsworth meet goal scored by number 40 Corbin, hat trick assisted by 26 Bentley.
So off the face-off, it's sent back down into the Cardinal zone again, and they'll send it right back out. Over the line and back up to center. Moran will pick it up there. He's going to turn back though. And they're going to send it across ice for Westover. Up ahead for Ryerson. He tips it down in there. Barrett will get a chase. He gets a hold of it behind the net. Centers it up. And it's right kind of through everybody. And Westover comes over to help out Roscoe. And he'll send it up to Baird. Baird now ahead to Roscoe. He tips it in and gives chase. He's going to get there first. And he's looking for a center. And he'll carry it over to the far wall. In the corner up ahead for Baird. Baird will work it around. And he falls. Actually, that's Ryerson. Comes up to Baird. And Baird takes a shot. It goes wide on the left. And ricochets all the way up to the defensive position where Westover has it covered. Puts a body on his player, gathers the puck, fires it back down in there. Ryerson now. He'll send it over to the near side for Moran. Moran can't quite get it to Baird as the Cardinals pick it up and bring it on the left side into the zone. Cut it right in on Colton White, put it right on goal, and they had a nice juicy rebound right out in front. And White is able to dive out there and cover it up and bring a stop and play with 2:07 left in the period. So face-off is this time won by Bemidji, and Tyken's got it. Brings it across the line, tipped off his stick, and a trailing Stittsworth will bring it the rest of the way in there before losing it at the circle. Back out the other way now. Cardinals come in across the Bemidji line, and they're trying to get around Angus Heather. He keeps him wide though, and they do get a shot. Blocker save, goes over to the corner. Picked up there by Wyatt Tyken. He tries to spring Adams, and it's picked off. And the Cardinal player backhands it down in there as he waited briefly for his team to get across the line, but apparently we didn't wait quite long enough. He looked a little dismayed about that one. Faceoff comes back to the far side. They fire back in. Angus Heather's got it. Off the wall, he works it up the boards, comes right back to the red line, and they carry it back in. Get past Angus Heather, take a shot, goes wide, tipped by White, and Stitsworth will pick it up back there and send it over to the far side. Fakes the outlet pass, and now he gives it up to Adams, and Adams ahead for Tyken, gets over his stick, and down in the near corner. Tyken ends up on his can, and the boys will continue to battle. Comes to Adams. Adams takes a short angle shot. It goes into the wickets of the goaltender O'Shea, and he'll close them up and hang on. They're stop and play with just over a minute left in the the second period.
Yep, and I'll see you in a minute. In 1 second, right there.
You're right.
At the drop of the puck.
Our special time specialist getting ready to let us know what time it is in the second period. Go.
1 minute remaining in the first period.
Second period.
Or second period with your final remaining.
Thank you.
And you betcha.
A shot on goal, and he's going to stop it there. Covered up for another face-off. And it comes to the Cardinals, and they go behind and bring it back to the near side. Tip it up to Lapeer. He holds the line. Now they get it out to center. Angus Heather's back there ready for it. Send it overhead for Yurvich on the far side as he tips it down in deep. Cardinals will reverse it over to the other side at the half wall. Squished there by Jacobson. Comes to him, takes a shot. That one goes wide, comes over to the near side. And that'll give Lapeer a chance to battle along the wall. Plucked off of there by Meyer. He's looking for number 4. He takes a shot, doesn't go. And it comes to Angus Heather. He can't hang on to it as he was double teamed. Now it's 3-on-1 the other way. And they take a shot, and Colton White blocker saves that one over to the corner. It's good. It's a good thing to have Colton White behind his own net now. Angus Heather up ahead for Meyer at the red line. He fires it in and lifts the stick out of the defender's hand, flips it up in the air as the clock runs out. So 2 in the books here, 8-0 on the board, 26 shots on goal to 16 for Alexandria. And the players are working their way to the bench, or to the locker room to bring out the Zamboni.
Time. So we'll have a special Zam cam from Gavin.
I'll follow the Zamboni.
Nobody does it better than him. But, you know, boys got to keep in mind is keep good habits, play the right way still.
Eric, I kind of like how you go down like that, or however you do it.
Yeah.
However you go down on it.
You just push it up like this.
I probably shouldn't do that during Zamboni. What?
If you want to try it, you can.
What?
You're not going to hurt anything.
What?
If you want to try it, you can. There you go, period 3. Just me so far. Waiting for the play-by-play to... We're in running time at this point. You get the play-by-play going on his 3D printing.
Evan says, "Hey, you better start." Gavin says, "Hey, you better start doing your talking." So I better start, huh?
Yep.
Well, there's 16. Yep, there's 16:38 going in the left in the tournament or the period here, and with an 8-0 lead, we've got running time here in the third period.
Oh, yeah.
So the face-off comes just outside the zone. The ice is still wet from the Zamboni, but we're going to play anyway, and it's going to ring around behind Colton White and sent up ahead for Meyer and then to Jacobson. He comes across the line, takes a shot, and it goes right in on O'Shea, and he'll hang on to this one for another stop and play in the third period.
Dana, I already knew you. I knew you talked during the game, so I was making sure that you could get your talking in there.
Well, that's good to know. A 7-goal period this last period, so we'll see what happens here. If the boys are eager to get more numbers on the board, or if they're just going to be content.
Well, we already got enough numbers on the board.
Puck goes down into the Bemidji zone, and Lapeer picks it up behind his net, and sure enough, there's that wet ice. Comes right through the defender, right in the slot, and it came off of Lapeer's stick because it got stuck in the water and went right down on the ice. And that's the risk you take when you start skating with a wet surface. That one almost cost us a goal. Clock keeps ticking away. 15 minutes left in the third. 8-0 Bemidji. Faceoff goes down in the corner. Westover sends it over to the near side. Roscoe's going to have to help get it across. He picks it off the board in the water. And it comes right to another player for the Cardinals. He tries to get it towards the goal. And it goes down in the corner instead. Westover puts a body on his player, then gets the puck. And Lapeer will send it over to the near side. It's picked up by Baird ahead for Ryerson. He gets shouldered off the play and down. And it goes in behind. Moran now drops it for Baird. Back for Moran, stolen there by the Cardinals. Cardinals will carry it up the left side and out to center, across the red line and into the zone. Doesn't have anybody with him though. All his buddies went to the bench. He puts one in on Colton White and heads to the bench himself. Colton stops it, leaves it for Westover, and Westover's going to come out and send it ahead for Baird. Baird can't reach it though, and it's going to go all the way down. They're going to wave off icing, and Moran will come in behind and help it out. Go over to Ryerson in the slot. Ryerson was kind of out of position and turned the wrong way, so he has to chase it over to the far side. Comes up to Roscoe. He takes a shot at it. Baird tries to shovel it over for Moran. That one won't go, and the Cardinals break out the other way, but not without losing it, and it comes to Roscoe. He fires it over to Moran on the far wall, and it comes to Baird and up ahead into the zone. Back out, back in, almost. It would have been an offside, I think. But Ryerson comes out, he picks it up on the backhand and carries it in. Goes wide right down in the corner. Right to Moran, takes a shot. And he's not able to connect with it though. And it goes over to the far side. That shot goes wide from there, comes up to the point. And it's overskated there by Ryerson. And Angus Heather's going to have to chase this one out of the zone. He sends it back for Ryerson and gets through him. Into the zone, they blank it off the glass and out to center again. Comes to Angus Heather at the D position. And he tries to feed Wyatt Tyke, and it goes into the zone and back out for Ryerson. And Tyken was just a shade inside the zone as Ryerson carried it across.
So I know to go right down here, Gavin, when the puck's kind of coming past the center circle and it comes in here, I can't see it. Or I can't see any of the players right down here, so that's when I know to push the camera down.
Faceoff comes back to Lapeer. He sends it up ahead for Westover. And actually sends it back to Westover. I've got my directions turned around here. Trying to figure out why Westover's on a forward position. Shot right from the slot. It goes wide of the net. Kind of goes off the heel of the stick of the Cardinal there as it comes to the near side. Players will battle in the near side, and Adams comes up. He tries to send it ahead. And I think Adams is going to ice this one, and he does. So with 12:06 ticking away on the clock here in the third period, the puck will come back down to the left of Colton White.
What's that?
So we're gonna
Yeah, that's.
bring in, who are we bringing in here?
I can see the two
Bring
green
Tyken.
bars.
Tyken's gonna get it down inside deep. And comes over to the far side for Westover. Westover's over to Engesether. Engesether's going to get stick checked, and he sends it up ahead. Now it comes to Adams, across the line. At the dot, cuts in, puts a backhand, rolls off the stick, and goes wide of the net, down in the corner. Over on the near side, it comes up to Engesether. He pinches down to the hash marks, chases it all the way in deep, and he'll dump it down in there and find his way back to the point. Not too fast, though. Adams has him covered up. And the Cardinals get a hold of it, send it out, but they don't get it across the line. Right at the high slot, it gets knocked out of the zone. And Lapierre's going to have to come in from the far side, getting pestered like crazy from a Cardinal. He wins the battle, though, and sends it right off of one of his players on the bench. And that's going to bring a stop and play here. And a full sail change for Bemidji, as well as the Alexandria Cardinals. Meyer, he takes that one, gets it over to Baird. Baird to the near side for Roscoe. Roscoe shovels it all the way down in there. And the Cardinals back there will dig back out of their zone. They get up to center, and Stitsworth will come from the other side. He'll get a hold of it, fire it the other way, and it'll come out and back in, and it'll be offsides at the line. So we'll line up just in front of the Bemidji bench here. And the clock will keep ticking. 8-0 lead for Bemidji and 10-15 ticking away on the clock. Again, the face-off from Meyer comes to Baird. And Baird sends it ahead for Urbich rather. Urbich ahead for Roscoe. And Roscoe chases it down into the corner. Along the far wall. They battle for it. Roscoe's going to win that one. He gets it over for Urbich. Urbich chases it all the way up to the high point area. And it comes off of his stick and over to the far wall. Out to the line. Stitsworth now saves the line nicely. And Roscoe will come in and help out, and he'll set it down in deeper. Right to the the mouth of the goal there, and it comes to the far side. And Urbich will get a hold of it, and he'll fire it around on the near side. The Cardinals get there first, though. They send it all the way down. They're going to wave. No, they're not. They're going to let it be icing. They'll bring a stop and play with 9:23 ticking away on the third period. Shots on goal right now are 27 for the Jacks and 18 for the hometown Cardinals. Really nice arena here in Alexandria. It's fresh and new, and the Christian Academy here has got a really nice setup. Decorated nicely here as well. Shot there from Stitsworth, comes over to the near wall. And at the hash marks, is battled there by Baird. Comes into the slot over to the circle on the other side. Jacobson takes a shot, that's blocked. Comes back to him, he sends it down in deep. Gets past Ryerson, and the Cardinals will try the near side. They get it out to the center ice, and Jacobson will retreat, pick it up, try to reverse it, and it'll get held up at center. Across the line on the far wall now, and they send it in towards Colton White. And the Cardinals win the race this time, almost for the first time in the game. Not quite really, though, but Ryerson picks it up. He's got some speed, comes in, rolls off his stick again. Now he centers it up. It's a little bit behind Moran, and that one won't go. Comes up to the slot. Baird's got it there, and he can't quite handle it under some pressure for some sticks. Over to the near wall. They try to clear it again. Finally comes out to center. 2-on-2 here. They drop it to a third player from the dots, sends it in on Colton Whitey. Blocker saves that one up to the point on the far side. Now the shot from there comes right past Colton and over to the near side. Battle there ensues, and Urbich will come out of there with it. He gets to the blue line and sends it ahead for Moran. At the high circle, Moran shot, comes back out to the circle on the near side, and it comes over to the wall. Meyer now, he takes a shot. That goes wide. And it goes to the far side, and Cardinals try to break out through center. They do. Cross the line. Got a guy on the weak side. Gets a hold of it. Puts it right in on Colton White, and he's got it in the equipment. And Urbich does a nice job of getting in behind Colton White there just in case. But in this case, he didn't need to because Colton is just that good. 7:06 remaining in the third period. 8-0 lead for Bemidji. Tyken will sit at the dot here waiting for the puck. Comes to him finally over to Yerbich. He fires it around the far side. Brings it around all the way up to the boards, or up to the point. Down in again. Yerbich tries again. Gets it to Westover. Westover ahead for Adams. Trying to get between the two players. He loses balance and falls down as the Cardinals pick it up and carry it around in behind. Comes up to the line. Blast there from Yerbich. I think that almost went through the back wall. Over to the near side. Comes down into the corner. Adams centers it up for Tyken. Tyken puts it right on goal. And O'Shea's got that one in the equipment. And he'll hang on as well. So Bemidji really showing who's boss here. Colton White is sitting down in the crease there.
Yeah.
On the back end.
Very surprising.
Just stretching his legs maybe. As he's a little bit bored. Puck comes in again on O'Shea. Covers it up again. And Colton White's trying to keep active here. Trying to keep his angles down as he's practicing his angles while he can. All the action's in the other end though. Now they come out to center and they sweep it down in behind Colton. And it'll come over to the near wall. Baird's got it there. He gets checked. And it comes to Tyken. Works his way up the slot and gives it across for Westover. Can't get a hold of it there. It comes to Lapeer. I'm sorry, Stitsworth. Now to Baird. Near side. Baird sends it in behind. Stitsworth will gather it up in the corner there and sweep it up ahead. Held in there at the line. And the Cardinals get another shot. That one ricocheted wide. I think Colton had a piece of it. And it goes against the back wall and right back up. Takes another save and hangs on to it. Shots on goal, 30 for Bemidji, 22 now for the Cardinals. Lapeer to take this one, and the Cardinals will own it right up from the tie slot. It goes off Angus Ether's shin pad. He's going to chase it down, but he can't get there in time. And now it's dropped for Roscoe. Roscoe comes down to the hash marks, sends it into the crease where Lapeer was all tangled up with players right in the paint. And it comes all the way through. Now it's over on the other side. And it comes up there for Stitsworth. He puts one on goal. Save made. Down in the corner. Angus Ether battling there. He gets put up against the glass. And the puck comes to the other side. Cardinals break out through center. Get across the blue line on the Bemidji side. Stitsworth tries to put a hip check on him but can't quite reach him. Gets around him, gets a shot on goal. Now it comes to Stitsworth. And he's going to skate it up through the slot and out to center. He's got some speed. Comes across the line, drops it for Roscoe. Excuse me, Roscoe's got to chase it over to the far wall. He's double checked over there. And it comes to the near side. Angus Ether centers it up for Roscoe. Roscoe puts a shot on and it comes wide. He gets checked into the cage. And the cage comes off of its moorings for a stop and play with 3:33 remaining in the third period of Bemidji owning this one at 8-0. Off the faceoff, it comes to the near wall. Still in the Cardinal zone. They try to send it in behind. They do. And they're changing some possession back there. Finally, they're going to skate it out. They come near side, wide, and dump it down in deep. And it comes in behind for Yerbich. Yerbich puts a body on his player, knocks him down, tries to take it. Now he goes down. Up the wall now. It's tipped. And sent up ahead for Moran. He's got some room to skate. He's got Jacobson right behind him. Jacobson has to catch up and grab a hold of it. Gets it to, Moran. As the play really didn't develop. And the puck comes out and goes right back in, offside. Face-off trickles down into the Bemidji zone, and the Cardinals are able to center one up, but it comes out to the wall again, and back out to center. Back into the zone, and it's offside at the line. 2:01 taken away,
All right,
8-0
Gavin,
Bemidji.
get ready. You got about 50 seconds. Make your announcement.
Faceoff is sent all the way down in on Colton from the Cardinals, and it comes right back out to center. Adams chips it ahead. Now he gets a hold of it again. It's going to carry it in the zone on the near side. Sends it cross ice for Westover, but it was behind him. Now Yerbich takes a shot from there, goes off the glass behind. I think it was tipped. Along the wall, comes to Westover again. Sends one in there, comes right back out. And Yerbich is going to retreat to pick that up. Sends it up for Adams. Adams wheels around in the neutral zone, gets across the line, tries to feed it to center. Tipped off of a stick and back out to center there. Now Yerbich puts a body on his player as he was carrying it, steals the puck, and sends it up to the line. Comes to the dot, comes right in on Colton, but not enough to pull the trigger.
Gavin, what time is it?
1 minute remaining in the first period. Is your final remaining.
Thank you.
And you betcha.
We got our first
1
penalty
minute
of the
remains.
game. First Northern Amusement penalty kill. Looks like it was on Wyatt.
Penalty's going to be on Wyatt Tyke, and I completely missed that with the 1 minute announcement. So number 19, or number 18 rather, is going to get a penalty.
For what?
And let's
For what?
check the.
And see.
It looks like the penalty is going to be for hooking.
Oh, hooking, we are penalty for.
Hooking on Tyken as the Cardinals try to get one on the goal. They get one right through the crease, and they're really eager to get a goal here. They don't like that donut on the board. They send it right in on Colton White, and he hangs on with that glove and brings
Got that good infielder glove.
They're going to get one more shot here at this opportunity, and Lapeer has a little discussion with Stitsworth, maybe trying to kill some time, and the clock runs out on the Cardinals, and Colton White will get an 8-0 shutout here in Alexandria.
Back-to-back shutouts for Colty. We got 25 goals in 2 games this weekend, so I hope they don't get ahead of themselves. Right now, this team's scheduled next Saturday for Crookston and Hallock.
We do have a road trip in the works here next Saturday. Angus Heather's going to be out of town, so he's not going to be at that one. But yes, it's going to be a Crookston-Hallock series, and both of those teams ought to be manageable by this team. And then we go into the following week. We've got one with
Grand
Rapids
to wrap up
Tuesday.
the regular season, and then it's districts.
And then we head into districts on the Friday the 13th.
14th and 14th and 15th. So they're playing some good hockey right in the right time. So
Peaking at the right time. Everybody's gelling. The boys are moving the puck well these days, even under some heavy pressure. We did a decent job of that, even up at Red Lake Falls where we had some heavy pressure.
No penalties this game.
we just had one at the end. So let's say, shout out to the sponsors: KLS Construction, Irish Construction, Northern Amusement, Lapeer Shorelines, Dale Schmidt Agency, and Stitsworth Meats. Thanks for tuning in. Throw the thumbs up.
And
I will see you tomorrow for the Bemidji Red team, where we have 2 tilts, one against Wadena and one against Alexandria. And then I'll have to figure out where I'm at next weekend, but either way I'm solo. The Voice of the North's going to give that voice a rest, get it all ready and teed up for districts and hopefully a long playoff run. So thanks for tuning in. As always, good to have the Voice of the North and Gavin with us. I will see you tomorrow, folks.
Have a good evening.